In this video, I want to talk about big picture of Kendo training. Welcome to Kendo Lifetime Training. This is it's kind of a how for the late starters, Kendo late starters, and I want them to get to those points so they can enjoy Kendo more. Okay, so of course Kendo is whatever the reason you're doing Kendo. There is a certain things you have to satisfy to improve your Kendo. Or what I mean by improve, you are going. Let's say if you thinking to do Kendo through your life, you will be challenging the promotion exams. So promotion exams, you can maximize the cutting power, right? So from those historical and cultural values. We need to do certain things. For example, zanshin, this people think, oh, you have to turn around and take chudan to get a point. But that's not a point, right? I mean, that is not what zanshin is for. Zanshin is you have to be ready for another attack or being attacked. So after you strike, don't relax. Make sure your opponent is not going to attack you. Okay, so that's what zanshin really means, right? So all these kind of things are there, but from the surface, on the surface, this is what we are doing, all right? Now, so how to enjoy Kendo? We can enjoy competition of Kendo, right? So you go to Shiai is competition. And you enjoy what you enjoy your winning, or you don't want to enjoy losing, but through losing you can learn a lot, right? So that is a part of competition. It's a learning experience, and then of course you can make new friends as well, maybe new rival as well. So that is good way to enjoy Kendo. Now, and you can enjoy Japanese culture. Kendo is Japanese culture, so it carries a lot of Japanese. For example, seiza. Bowing is Japanese culture. In Japanese culture, seiza is in Japanese culture. Even though a lot of people don't sit like that anymore, but it's a part of Japanese culture. So you can enjoy learning Japanese culture through Kendo. Of course, not only Kendo. You can enjoy those from other Japanese martial arts such as judo or aikido, or you can learn them from kado, flower arrangement, Japanese flower arrangement, or sado, tea ceremony. Okay, so you can enjoy Japanese culture through Kendo as well. Now, you can enjoy Kendo as your self-development. Now, this is very, very difficult if you don't see it, how you can develop yourself through Kendo. In many ways, I think I talked about it in podcasts lately, so I will attach the link to the podcast. But, short story is that, like I said, through competition, you can learn your weaknesses. You can learn by losing. And losing means you have some weaknesses. So you need to figure out, you have to face yourself. You have to admit that you had something, some weaknesses. If you don't admit it, you cannot improve yourself. So you have to face the reality. You don't want to see real you, but you have to face to yourself to improve. That's why you can enjoy Kendo as self-development. And a lot of the late starters probably are not really into competition, but probably a lot of people like Japanese culture, and probably a lot of people start doing Kendo as self-discipline or self-development. So you can enjoy Kendo like that as well. Now, So for the self-development, and also everything what we do in Kendo is based on concept of Kendo, which is to discipline the human character through the application of the principles of the katana. So that is this underlies Kendo. Okay, whatever you do, whatever we do, we follow the application of the principles of the katana. Even though we don't use a real sword, but we are told to treat shinai, bamboo sword, as the real sword, katana. So we really have to make sure we understand this concept of Kendo. And also, purpose of practicing Kendo. To mold the mind and body, to cultivate a vigorous spirit, and through correct and rigid training, to strive for improvement in the art of Kendo, to hold in esteem human courtesy and honor, to associate with others with sincerity, and to forever pursue the cultivation of oneself. This will make one be able to love his or her country and society, to contribute to the development of culture, and to promote peace and prosperity among all peoples. So this is on the All Japan Kendo Federation's website, or International Kendo Federation website. It says the purpose of practicing Kendo. In Japanese, it says the attitude of practicing Kendo. So it's a slightly different nuance, but basically we are aiming the same thing. And so whether you disagree with this or not, this is what International Kendo Federation is saying. So this is basically what we are aiming at. Okay, so this is the attitude of Kendo, attitude of learning Kendo. So it says to mold, but you have to mold the mind and body. That's the attitude. You have to go to the dojo to mold and the mind and body, to cultivate a vigorous spirit. Okay, and through correct and rigid training of Kendo, right? Correct and rigid training of Kendo. So we really have to make sure to do the correct and rigid training. We really need to understand concept of Kendo, in my opinion. So this is what probably attracts a lot of people, especially the late starters of Kendo. All right. Okay. Now next, so Kendo, we have some checkpoints or milestones in Kendo. So what are they? So Shiai is one checkpoint. So you go to Shiai, and then, like I said, in Shiai you can learn about yourself. When you get hit, you learn about your opening and how did you get hit, why. You think about those things, and that's the start of your learning process. And if you skip those learning process, you won't improve. Because you don't learn anything from one thing. If you just go, oh man, I lost, being emotional, it's okay right after you get lost, but you have to analyze yourself. That is a part of self-development. That is part of self-discipline. You have to analyze, okay? But Shiai, on the other hand, it's not a goal. So winning is not a goal. The Shiai is to check yourself. Okay, and same thing as grading, promotion exams. We have grade. In my federation I belong to, starts from 6th Q, and Q is not probably if you're familiar with white belt, that's a Q grade. So we don't have belt in Kendo, so we don't sell white belts or anything like that. But if you're familiar with belt system, it is Q is white belt level, and then we have like 6 levels of in white level, right? So like before black belt, I believe you have like white belt, yellow belt, green belt, so forth, right? So that's Q level in Kendo. So now Q, and after Q, you get black belt, which is called Dan. So from we call it Shodan. First Dan is Shodan. So those are like checking points, milestones of your kendo, where your kendo is. Okay, so I think Shiai and grading is both a really great checking points, especially grading. It is a great checkpoint because you will be told what you should be working on, so you can gradually but surely you can improve your kendo. So I want to talk about grading and as your small goals or checking points or milestones, so you don't get lost while you're practicing kendo through your life. So from next video, I want to talk about grading, what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next lesson. I would like to send special thanks to patrons for their constant support through patreons.com/Kendo For Life.